Alright, how's everyone doing? Welcome to From Z to A, Alphabetical Interviews with Zach Andersen. I am Zach Andersen. Today we're here at White House Productions in Shelton for the 13th edition of Monsters of Acoustic Rock, and I am joined by Kathy Muir.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Nice to be here. Very nice to be here.
Thank you for being here. So I'm going to ask you the difficult questions as long as they have something to do with the letters of your name. So we'll start with K. What kind of music did you grow up listening to, and how much has that influenced your style?
Okay, the stuff I listened to really was what my mum would be playing or my brother. And so my mum was a lot of soul, a lot of like Peabo Bryson, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Aretha Franklin, Roberta Flack.
Right.
So all of that stuff was my influence of sorts. And then on the other side, my brother was into rock big time.
All right.
So anything from Genesis to Led Zeppelin to all that kind of good stuff. I think as regards an influence, probably the soul stuff from a singer's point of view.
Right.
I don't think the rock has really been an influence. Yeah, so that would be it. And I think generally our influences change because we're organic in of ourselves. So yeah.
All right. How much does an audience affect your set? Do you tend to change things on the fly depending on how they're reacting, or do you have like a set?
I always have a pen and paper.
Okay.
I'm not one of these people who can just, wing it. And just because I know all my songs, I like a kind of structure. And most often I know the venues where I'm going to be playing, so in some of my 2-hour shows, I'll do the first set. It's going to be kind of easy, get folks used to my voice. And then on the second set is when I'll go a bit louder. But I always have some songs in my kind of back pocket, and I actually have all my songs taped on my guitar.
Okay.
So I'll have a little set list, but as soon as someone likes a particular song, then I may go to something else. But generally like 80%, 90% is the set list is there, but I can kind of alternate if I need to.
Sure. What themes or topics do you tend to write about more often than?
I talk a lot about, quite a lot of them are kind of messages. I talk about relationships, but I don't want that coming across as the term relationships, because I kind of see relationships as ships that are on the water, and you have friendships and relationships. And there are all different types of ships, and that's what a lot of us I'm sure write about is observations, which are maybe partly reminding you of your own good self, or they're part fiction. So, relationships, and then things that trigger me from a writer's point of view, because I don't just write words for songs, I write words full stop.
Right.
So I'll be kind of inspired by certain things that trigger a song. And then I'll frame the wording all around that, and that's half the challenge. When you start thematically with something in English, are you going to work right through to the end? Are you going to keep that theme?
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. What has been a musical highlight of yours so far in your career?
I think the musical highlight would be quite simply being in a recording studio for the first time ever when I moved to Connecticut. So I have never played live until I moved to the States.
Oh.
Ever.
Wow.
I've never been in a studio except when I was younger to do backing vocals. So that's my musical highlight. The kind of rebirth, I suppose, me getting a chance to do something I'd always done, but never wanted it for a public appeal. I never even thought about it until I came over here, and I thought, come on, get out of your shell. So that's my musical highlight. I think that's been the main trigger for me.
That's great. And do you have any musical goals for this year, the upcoming months?
Yeah, I've got a single that is coming out at the end of the month, end of May, a month from now. I've got an EP, hopefully 2 months. I kind of want to go down this model of singles, but I actually have a 12-track album of which I've done 10 songs. So I've already got 15 or so songs already produced.
Great.
But so my point is I want to get them out. I'm much more interested in songwriting. I like performing, but I'm a studio rat, and I so enjoy the exploration. So my challenge is, yes, to still do more, shows and see how folks like my songs, but to get out an EP and to get out an album on a single by single basis, and see how that works. And ideally, like most musicians, to try and get some kind of interest in the movies or TV for some of my songs. and try and create this kind of momentum. You'll see.
I'm looking forward to hearing the new stuff this year.
Yeah, I just finished this afternoon.
Oh, excellent.
I am blown away. So you'll hear the acoustic version.
Mhm.
The album at the end of the year is called Double Take, and it's 6 songs, completely pop, completely acoustic, and not just finger picking guitar. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Me too. Now, can you tell me an embarrassing musical moment you've experienced?
Well, I mean, I guess the first time I played live, I was terrible. I mean, the first time playing live, I only knew 3 of my songs. I'd never really played them back to back. I'd never played them in public. So I remember just fluffing. And I suppose that's not, I mean, I've not had that many because, I don't know, I work hard.
Right.
Unless the electricity goes out or
battery. It's bound to happen.
Yeah, no, that's probably about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing where I've probably gone to the wrong location for a show and thankfully I made it in time.
Right.
That's about it, but
All right.
no major screw ups.
Yeah. Yeah. Knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood, exactly.
All right, so I like to end all my interviews with 3 interesting or random facts about yourself that many people might not know.
I am a photographer,
Alright.
so I have a photography website and I produce black and white photos on metal,
Mm-hmm.
the size of albums.
Oh.
I love analog. I have like a gramophone player from the 1928, I have a record player from 1958, I love analog, and so this is kind of a combination of the 2 things that I love. Photography and that visual aspect, as well as a kind of nod to the great art that is on albums like we've just seen out there. So I do photography, that's probably one thing. I ground coffee beans every morning, that's my thing, I'm a coffee fiend.
Alright.
I speak French, and you'll hear a French song tonight.
Excellent.
A French song I've written, so I'm bilingual in French, and I watch French TV here.
Alright.
So that's kind of 3 things.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Alright, well thank you so much for being on the
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to cut to a performance from Kathy in a second.
Yeah.
If you'd like to check her more of her stuff out, please visit the link below. And now we'll cut to a performance from Kathy. So thank you once again,
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Yeah, see you. Bye-bye.
This is called Same as Letting Go. See it rising from the south, it's heading for us now. Reaching far and wide, took me to a place untamed and without bounds, but you can still find me. The breathing is easy if mouth to mouth. Hands try to hold the night that wants